It's not like there are some certain rules that you need to follow to become a minimalist. I guess we all agreed at this point that minimalism is different for everybody, and I would just like to show through this video how it's different for me. This video is made in collaboration with eco-friend Leah. Leah makes practical videos about minimalism. Especially I like her content about how to make your wardrobe perfect for you and how to organize it the most efficient way. You know, when you get the goosebumps when you open your drawer and see these neat piles and rows. Wow, I love it. Link to her channel will be in the description. She shares her journey from extreme minimalism to reasonable minimalism, and I like what she said once about her journey. We should not focus too much on keeping it minimal. Instead, we should be bold enough to bring more valuable things into our lives. This resonates with the first rule that I break. Of course, you might see this from my apartment. I do break this rule because I have so many plants. I've recently, well, a year ago, I got so much into them that I bought a lot of them. So I think that it's okay to be crazy about something, even temporarily. Sooner or later, I think we all have been there or will be there when we are so passionate about something that we tend to accumulate things. And I think that if something brings you so much joy, it's enough reason to spend some money there. Not to let all my money go into plants. I do have some limits, some budget that I don't have to, well, I can't exceed this year and I try not to, but still I can buy plants here and there. You know, I liked some point in the Hygge book. If you save for something, don't spend it immediately. Wait for some nice event in your life or a day that you spend like marvelously and buy this thing in this event or in this time of your life when you are super happy. This way you can attach this purchase, this thing, this object to the most wonderful period or day in your life. This is, I guess, so powerful because you can not even, you know, bring something that you need, that you enjoy, that you saved up for into your life, but also you attach some nice memory to this object so that it brings you a lot more joy eventually. Probably heard this rule that it's better to invest in something more high quality so that it lasts you longer instead of buying something cheap. And I would just like to throw these 2 points at you. Cheap things can be high quality and last long too, and expensive things can be shitty quality too. Although it's true that a lot of sustainable options are expensive and expensive for a reason, many times things are more expensive because of the brand or the marketing. What I want to say is that it's not all black and white. I still try to find a lot cheaper options just because it's a lot better to my wallet. And if you pay attention enough to the reviews, the material, the vendor, I think you can buy some high quality product too for a cheaper price, and they will last you long. You don't have to give an arm and a leg to buy some high quality things just because minimalism rules say so. When you probably watch some minimalism videos, you see these clean rooms, clean kitchens. I'm naturally not a clean person. I actually have to work hard to make these old habits pile up and finally get me to the point when I'm a tidy person. But I'm okay with mess to a certain extent, of course. I guess we all have our limits, but I think it's okay not to clean when you, for example, don't have enough energy, or you just don't want to, or you're tired, or you're not in the mood, or you know, you've got some other things that have more priority to do. So I encourage you to prioritize your mental health and mental sanity first. I do get that some people just can't live in messy spaces. I do understand that some perfectionists will probably not relax in the messy room, but if you are a person that can postpone the cleaning for the sake of your own positive mental being, I encourage you to do so. I find that it's healthy not to keep cleaning when you actually hate it at the moment. You don't have to always be tidy. It doesn't mean that you're a bad minimalist or you're doing something wrong. It just means that before filming a video, I clean everything up and I only show you my room after I cleaned it. It's not always this way. Visual clutter, I think, is an important point for a lot of minimalists. Although I don't really like visual clutter and I try make everything quite neutral, not to have something poking in my eyes, I still have some visual clutter. And for example, inside of the cupboards, inside of the closet, I actually don't pay attention that much into being less visually cluttered because it's inside the cupboards. I didn't see it actually. I just look at the beautiful cover. But if you look inside, I don't actually have jars in the kitchen that would, look beautifully. My whole quite looks messy because I have a lot of stuff on my hangers, a lot of clothes. I have unmatching shoes standing and making my space visually cluttered a little. I still have some visual clutter and I don't desperately try to resolve this problem because it's fine if I reuse some basket instead of buying a new one from IKEA or wherever. I totally understand why and how this bothers someone, but I don't think that you have to eliminate your visual clutter. It's like personal preference. And I think at some point of my life I will work on the eliminating visual clutter and definitely share this with you, so subscribe. But for now, I'm totally fine with some visual clutter. The next rule I break is that I constantly clutter my space and I constantly declutter my space. And I had some comments in my previous channel saying me that it's not sustainable, it's a bad habit, why would you bring a lot of clutter to your life and then declutter it many times, it's so not eco-friendly and so on and so forth. But to be honest, we are people, we are just people, we are changing throughout our year, throughout our months. And of course, at different points of our lives, we may need different things, and it's fine to accumulate some stuff at this point of your life that you may not need in a year, for example. So I think it's totally fine to constantly bring things that you think might bring value to your life at this moment of your life. And it's okay to constantly revise your home, check if you have something that you haven't used or haven't enjoyed for a while and declutter it. I think this way you will keep your space a lot cleaner, tidier, fresher, because you control it. And this is what makes your home minimal, I think. I like colorful clothes. Usually I appear in the videos with some neutral clothes because I think it looks better in the image. But I do have some bright spots in my wardrobe to combine it with my neutral stuff that I also like to wear. Sometimes it's hard to combine some colorful clothes, sometimes it's impossible. But I think it makes your mood a little bit brighter and lighter when you wear something that's out of the minimalism box. Make yourself a little bit more colorful and festive. Especially in summer, I do have this urge to wear something bright, so I definitely buy once in a while something more colorful than black and white in my wardrobe to pair it with something neutral and eventually make a good look. Usually I try to get rid of things like the ethical way, to resell it, to donate it, or recycle it. But there are things that are just unrecyclable, that no one wants to buy or take for free. In this way, I feel okay throwing them away in the trash bins. And sometimes I just don't have the right level of energy to manage all those stuff, and it's okay too. I think it's fine if I have low energy and I will put them near the rubbish container so that, any people that could pass by can use this. It's okay too, because I don't have, to sacrifice everything just for the sake of ethical getting rid of things. Because I do understand that there are people out there who try to survive, who have families, who have the whole household to take care of. So it will be like the disaster for them to think about one more thing, such as getting rid of things intentionally. And you don't have to keep all those things at your home just because you don't know or don't want to get rid of this intentionally. And if you don't declutter it, it will just be at your home cluttering your space. So in my opinion, it's better that it clutter some other space like dumpster than your home. That's why I break this rule once in a while, and I feel that's okay if you break it too. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also please watch my other video, which is about my productive day and getting things done. I rarely do such videos, but this time I decided to do it. And also, this is my Patreon page. I invite you to check it out if you want to join the community, and have the most wonderful day. Goodbye.